so that we can actually walk you through all this. You good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, are you ready to start shooting?
Oh yeah, we are.
Okay. So here we are. I'm going to show you how we work with our Heidelberg letterpress and all the settings on it. The first couple of things, you load all your papers in here. First thing, you got to turn it on. That's the on-off switch over here on the side. So I'm just going to hit the power button. Now, this is exposed, the exposed wheel, so you don't want to be reaching into this machine when it's going. You're going to hit that. That's the motor. It's starting to go. We have our counter down here, our speed control here, which you don't have to worry about terribly much. The three main controls you're going to deal with is your pressure. This is pressure off and pressure on. And what I mean is the pressure of the windmill when it pushes against the plate. So now the pressure is on, the pressure's off. This control here, pulling it out, this is the suction control. When it's out, no suction. When it's on, there's suction. So the suction control controls the suction from these sucker tubes down. So if you want to, it'll suck it up when it's pushed in. These valves here control how much suction comes up through these suction tubes. So this one is only partially open. There's only one of them that I have open. Most of them are closed right now. And then the master on switch, which you twist and pull, and you can see it goes through. Now when you do that, and when the suction is on, this will capture it. It will grab it and bring it down onto the plate down here, and then it'll also pull it off over here. This is the emergency off, and you can hear what it sounds like. This is not sucking anything off because I have the suction turned off. So it's just cycling. So to turn this off, you're just going to pull this up. And that's how you turn that off. And the reason they have that is so you can't reach into the machine, so it's a safety piece. Now in order to adjust the die, remember, watch out for the wheel. To adjust the die, you push this lever and the die will come out. That's the latch. It tilts out and it just pulls up. Now this die, there's a center line right here on the die. So you make sure that when you're stamping, you want to make sure you have that lined up in the center. But you don't line up here on the edge of the metal. You line up out here, way out here. And that's why that cuts right there. So it's lined up in the center. In order to release this, you use the hex key, and this is an expanding joint, and you just put this whatever die you want in here. Make sure it's lined up in center. I'm gonna loosen that, and this piece just comes in and out. You can see how it moves in and out. I want to make sure I have that set back where it needs to be. Yep. And once that's set, it just sits on those clamps, tilts. So to load this up, you have the height crank here, and this is the release so that you can lower it. So you push it, you crank it, it'll go down. Crank it the other way, it goes up. So you just take the pieces, make sure they're fanned out, so you get lots of airflow in them. You want to line them up with about the bottom of these circles. put this pressure foot down so it pushes the paper in a little bit. Now you notice as this one comes up, this one, the receiving tray naturally drops. I'm just going to pull it back up. So now we're going to try it. I'm going to leave the pressure off, so I'm going to leave it in. I'm going to put the suction on, so I'm going to push it in. And I'm going to safety off. If this is on, you can't engage it. It won't engage. We're going to put the safety off, and we're going to make sure that it just sucks one through there. I'm going to turn the suction off. So there it did. It pulled it through there. We actually pulled a couple of them through. And that's as easy as it is. So now we're going to let it go. We're going to actually turn this on. Just slide that in there. We're going to put the suction on. Put the pressure on for the foot or for the press. And we're going to actually make this go now. There we go. And that's how easy the letterpress is. Makes them perfect. You can stop the